Okay. Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'll continue with the presentation. Thank you so much, Sister Adira, for passing the floor to me. So first and foremost, I am so sorry because I cannot present my slides physically. So I'll do the presentation virtually, and I hope you understand my part of presentation. So since Sister Atira already explained about the internal factors that influence the changing in occupation structure in the short term, I'll explain and continue the presentation with the external factors that influence the changing in occupation structure in short terms. So first and foremost, we need to understand first what this means by external factors. So external factors is something that we cannot control. Okay, for example, our environment, our surroundings, the political parties, okay, it's basically out of our hand. And in a short term, it's basically a short period of time compared to long-term trend. Okay, so what is the external factors that influence the changing in occupation structure in short term? So I have listed 6 factors which I believe we can identify more than this. Okay, so the first one is actually the political environment. The second one, the changing trend of the market. The third one is technology. The fourth one, the changing agent or company. The fifth one is workplace environment. And last but not least, sleep and performance. So I'll explain according to the number. Okay, so the first one is the political environment. So why I say that the political environment is the external factor that influence the changing in occupation structure. So what I mean is that the changing political party. So each political party, as we already know, bring a new rules and regulation, new norms to the country, right? So before this, we have been governed by the PH, which is Pakatan Harapan. So if we see in Pakatan Harapan, they basically do a lot of things that somehow do not match our personality or the nature of the citizens of Malaysia, right? But after it changed to PN, which is Pakatan Nasional, it seems a little much better. So this is just my point of view. So why the political environment is actually impact the changing of occupation. So for example, during PH time, we can see they allow of the opening of bars, karaoke, okay, club malam semua tu. And then during PN and during this MCO, the opening of karaoke, pusat perjudian, club malam semua tu is prohibited by the government. So orang-orang yang kerja as a barista, as a di club malam semua tu, they need to change their occupation. So that's how the political environment really give impact in the changing of occupation. So that's the first one. And then we move to the second one, which is the changing trend of the market. So what is the changing trend of the market? It's basically the rapid change in interest and fashion. Do you have heard about fast fashion? Okay, like H&M, BO, you know, like some sort of fashion brand in the world. And basically they produce a new trend like monthly or twice in advance, okay, so that people beli ni satu bulan pakai, trend baju ubah. Okay, like before this we are very interested, for me lah, before this I am very interested with dress. Okay, I'll just bought a lot of dress in variety of colors, pink, white, you know, like variety of dress. But now I started to get bored with all my dress, and I started to change my fashion. So why this situation, why is the circumstances really impact the changing of occupation? So basically the tailor that works on the dress will the demand of the dress already decrease by the new trend come out. For example, now we love to wear baggy clothes, baggy, you know, baggy everything lah, fashion apa, baju seluar semua tu baggy kan. So those who works to buat dress, they will basically will change the maybe the scope of works or even the occupation so that they can fit with the current trend of the market. So that's what I mean by the changing trend of the market in the short term. Okay, because perubahan fashion ataupun perubahan cita rasa ni akan sentiasa bergerak mengikut waktu, and benda-benda ni semua is very very fast. Okay, dia boleh berubah dalam satu bulan tu 2-3 kali. Okay, so yeah, it's basically the second point. And the third point is basically the technology. The advancement of technology will literally influence the changing of occupation structure. Why I said that? Because contohnya lah, for example, if we work in the firm that requires a lot of require us to use a lot of advanced technology. For example, that sebelum ni kita biasa je apa ni namanya buat Excel in the laptop, right? But somehow this firm or this company require more advancement in doing Excel. They want more. They expect more from us. So they ask us to use this new software or this new technology that we didn't even think before. So this slowly will influence the changing of occupation, because somehow we feel demotivated, right? When we felt that we cannot do that thing, so we felt demotivated and somehow we just want to resign. Okay, so that's basically how technology influenced the changing occupation structure. So we proceed to the fourth point, which is the changing agent or company. Okay, it's basically the new owner or the new company has the company has been sold. So it's not our fault. It's not our fault pun, but it's basically because of the company that we work for. For example, macam in my father's company, my father basically works at Sime Darby Plantation. Sime Darby Plantation is a large firm that produce minyak kelapa sawit, right? So during MCO, satu company, it's located in Sabah also. The company name is Yuang Plantation. Yuang Plantation is basically going bankrupt, and they sell the part of the places to my father's company. Not my father's company actually, the company that my father's work for, which is Sime Darby. And then all the workers from Yuang Plantation need to be transferred to the new company, which is Sime Darby Plantation, right? But somehow or other, some of the workers, they do not want to continue their contract with the new company, which is Sime Darby company, because of certain things. So it's basically how the changing of agent, the changing of company is influence the changing of occupation, because those yang do not want to continue the contract will resign and will find another job. Okay, lepas tu the kelima, point yang kelima adalah workplace environment. Okay, it need to be noted that in order for us to done our job in a very efficient way, we need a very peaceful environment, right? We need a very quiet, okay, bunyi-bunyi burung semua tu, so that we can focus with our works. So let's say if you have like a co-workers that a busybody one, that need to gossip a lot during office hours. So it basically will impact yourself also. And the workplace environment, like I said, is something that we cannot control because takkanlah kita macam orang yang bercakap tu is not actually a spoon, so that we tiada hak mau tegur macam gitu. So workplace environment also really impact. It's basically about office mate attitude normally. So, kebanyakan and somehow rather according to the doctor according to the Dr. Ali Abdullah in University of Islamabad, he stated that in his research, he stated that 80% of the workers resign because the workplace environment did not match with the nature. So that's how workplace environment really give a huge impact in the changing of occupation structure. So last but not least, sleep and performance. Do you know that according to the some research that has been published in Google Scholar, okay, 72% of workers around the world are having insomnia. Do you know insomnia is basically it's basically you cannot sleep at night, but you will feel sleepy during the day. So macam tidur pukul 3, pukul 4, but you need to get up in the morning really early, for example, like 6 a.m. so that you only got 2 hours of sleep, right? So it's really impact your mental and physical and mental health. So that's how the changing of occupation occurred. So people who have insomnia will find a suitable job for them so that they can fully function in their work. So yeah, that's all for me. Okay. Okay. So wait. Okay, so this is like some of pictures because I know some of you are literally a visual learner. Okay, so for the political environment, you can see this is company, economic forces. The political environment will influence economic forces, political forces, culture forces, technology forces, demographic forces, and also nature forces, and the changing of technology. And this is like a political changing affects administration in Malaysia, as we know. For example, gaji minimum 1,200 a month in bandar-bandar utama. So it also included our place, which is Selangor, Gombak, okay? And then the external factors, the changing trend in market, as you can see, the blue line, the yellow line, the orange line, okay? And the changing agent or owner of the company, the workplace environment, sleep and performance, okay? So that's all for me. I'll pass the floor to the next presenter, which will be present about long-term trends. Thank you.